So basically, everything around our lives just revolves around work. Like, you need to work on your homework. As a kid, you need to work, like, at a job when you get older. It goes from homework, fast food, to an actual career, they call it. Or, like, what you want to do for the rest of your life. But before you choose what you want to pursue for the rest of your life, keep this in mind that the world doesn't need any more workers. I mean, cool, like, it benefits those big corporations and those big companies that you work for if they have more workers, because obviously if they have more workers, they profit more from you. But I'm telling you right now, like, the number one way to not only achieve financial freedom and, like, just work for yourself, but actually be happy and not be stressed out all the time by, all these big corporations not actually caring about you as a person, but just caring about you as a worker. Like, what are your numbers? What do you benefit to them? What do you give them? Not what kind of person is he? How does he treat other people, even when people aren't looking? Like, how does he stay behind and do all the extra work? It's none of that. All they care about is your numbers and maybe a little bit of how you do it. But at the end of the day, like, the world doesn't need any more workers. We don't need any more workers. What we need is people who just are genuine. Put simply, like, in the most genuine, like, concerning way right now, is there's not enough genuine people in the world. So many people just are so hard struck, and just there's such a stone wall between them and a genuine person. In the middle is this wall of rules that they can't seem to break, that their company sets, because, oh, what if I get fired, or I might get fired because of, I might bend a little rules or something like that. But if it's for a good cause, don't hesitate to do it. Like, if you just continue to play by the rules set by higher ups that don't really care about you as a person, and just want your work and want your time so that you can bring them money, like, what do you expect to get out of your life? Like, you forego all your morals and, like, all those people you read about in the children's books about, like, just, ditching their morals for something higher up. You become one of those people. Like, you become the bad guy in your own life, but you don't realize it because you're too scared that, if you lose your job, or, you have one failure, minor setback, it's over for you, right? But, I mean, that's exactly how they want you to think, the higher ups. And by higher ups, I mean, like, those people in the big chairs that you see, those big faces like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, those type of people. Do you think they know half of the people that work for their company? They don't. So before you start dedicating your life to working for a big company, and, maybe having a position at, like, maybe one of those big finance companies as well, think about if it'll actually make you benefit as a person, like, personally. I mean this in the sense that, like, will you actually find happiness working here, or are you just going to be pushed to work way more than you want and not have any work-life balance in your life? And on top of that, make these companies millions of dollars while you get, like, maybe not even a quarter of that you make. And you just keep getting salary, and you just keep living your life while you make these other people have more money than they ever would need in 5 lifetimes, and still don't even know your name. What I'm saying is, like, don't just strive to just do the motions anymore because you're an adult and it's too late to take a risk. Like, your childhood dream didn't work out, or it's not working out at the moment. So I'm going to keep walking through the motions, and, I'll just get by doing what I don't even like, but I'm getting paid for it. The pay isn't great, but it's enough to live off of. And I think that's another misconception that people want us to think like, is instead of just like having more than enough, people want us to just settle for the medium, the average, the comfort, the like the comfort level of living. You know, you could be living in, I don't know, Ibiza in a beach right now, in like a penthouse, and you know, just because you started on that one stupid idea that everybody laughed at you about. You know, I get this all the time that, you know, sometimes I used to post TikToks a lot, but you know, now I don't do it as much. Sometimes I kind of catch myself hesitating, and I used to catch myself hesitating all the time. I was like, what if people laugh at me about this video? Or even doing these YouTube videos now. You know, sometimes I used to not upload certain videos because I was like, oh, maybe this topic's too controversial, or, you know, maybe it might not get enough views, or it might get me laughed at. But, I mean, maybe for the first minute, it's embarrassing, but after that, I forget and I go about my life. And I think you can relate to most things, you know, even if there's something slightly embarrassing, I feel like that'll build you up as a person and give you more thick skin. You know, like it couldn't hurt to be laughed at every once in a while because it brings you down, but it also keeps you humble. And you know, the more you're willing to get laughed at and be embarrassed, is the more you're willing to take risks, and you know, that can work out very well for you. Because you know, sometimes people say that no risk, no reward, and scared money don't make money, stuff like that. So anytime you're scared, just instead of maybe putting your toes in the water, try jumping in. Because that one time you jump in, you know, instead of drowning, you could swim, and you know, it could work out great for you. But just don't forget to always believe in yourself every step of the way. And not only that, you can't just do it and expect it. Like, if you're going into something, you have to put it into your mind that, like, you have to expect yourself to get something out of it. If you imagine yourself failing at something, you're going to fail. Simply put, once you think of failure, it's already over for you. So, I just want you to really understand the importance of, like, manifestation in your own mind, and just really taking into consideration how, like, you can really create your own reality. So many people stop doing, like, manifesting or just some sort of hard hobby because they don't see results. But I'll tell you right now, results don't come within the first 6 months because, like, what you're probably aiming for isn't something that can be attained in that time. And, like, good things take time. Everything takes time. But those great things you can never rush. And, you know, if you're, you know, taking a very long time to pursue something or get something and you don't really see it too much, then you maybe start to get a little hint of it, start to get a little bit more and more and more. Guess what? That thing that you, like, stuck with and pursued for so long, it's not gonna leave you if you chased it for over, or not even chased it, just worked towards it for, you know, 6 months to year, couple year. Guess what? That thing that you work towards, it's gonna stay with you. Why? Because it's been, like, built in your foundation for years, and, like, just those months and years of hard work just they don't go away automatically. Like, you have to really let it get to your head that, you know, like, oh, okay, I did it, so I don't have to do anything, and, you know, my life's done, or, like, I don't have to work hard anymore. Like, you really have to be in that sort of mindset to lose it. So basically what I'm just trying to say is, like, make sure you always don't put work before your personal and physical health. You know, I used to do that a lot, where I always put work and other things in front of my health. But, you know, be a human and just be genuine. Most importantly, don't forget to, like, you know, bend a couple rules every once in a while, alright?